Secure or multi-purpose internet mail extension, as we discussed, a security enhancement to the MIME internet email format standard based on the technology from RSA data security. Using the RSA data security, you can transmit the email format standard formats. Email standard formats we are provided, it is provided with respect to multi-purpose internet mail extension format. Okay, and in that what all the formats we can provide, that is from RFC 3370, RFC 3850, 3851, 3852. These are the different formats of data how we are transmitting from one person to the another person through the mail IDs. Okay, and text message format. Using this format, RFC 5322 is the text format what we are using while transmitting a electronic mail. Okay, message is represented in the form of envelope. Simply imagine that whatever previously we were writing the letter and sending it through offline, then you have to put it in the post box and then they will get it and then they will send it. No, in that way you will be writing the from address and also to address. To address will be receiver's address, from address is sender's address. In that way, the always this message, whatever the message you are sending, will be in the format of envelopes. Okay, the envelope contains whatever information is needed to accomplish the transmission and delivery. Mean always this envelope will be having the information what it has, what it needs to have while transmission or after the delivery, where it has to be delivered. That's why the receiver's address should be represented in this envelope. The format will be different, that you can see. The contents compose the object to be delivered to the recipient. Recipient should have this content, means whatever the content part is there, the content part will be having the information, means letter will be having the information, but envelope will be having the sender or receiver's address. In the same way, here also the content part will be having the information or message which has to be delivered towards the receiver. Okay, RFC 5322 standard applies only to the contents. Okay, whatever the standards we are applying, the only to the contents we are applying. The content standard include a set of header fields that may be used by the mail system to create the envelope. This content standard is there, na, which will be included with the header and the footer also. Sometimes we can remove the footer also, sometimes we can add the footer also. Header will be having the sender and receiver's information. In that way, whatever the fields are there, it is up to the mail system. If you are comparing with respect to Gmail, compare with respect to this one Yahoo Mail, they will be having different type of representation of headers. In that way, it will be always dependent on the mail system. Okay, and first we'll go through with that example. I'll show you with the mail IDs how it will be having the envelopes, how it will be showing the headers and all. Everyone, you people will be seeing that one, but anyhow, I'll show you with that. 1 second. Yeah, I think my desktop is visible for you people. Yeah, we'll go through the mail IDs. See, here my mail ID is only open. If you are going for sent items, I have sent the recent messages, this one. I have sent to Rajendra Prasad sir. This is an header. Okay, you can see this now, everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this will be your header for any of the mail IDs. Whatever the information you are typing, that will be having this format. Whenever you are sending, normally you have sent, na, that's why your mail ID will be this arrow mark will provide you all the header information. This is the from information, that is who has sent my mail ID. I have sent it to whom, Rajendra Prasad sir, sir's mail ID will be visible when I have sent it and what is the time. At what time I have sent it. Subject is what information I am sending through this mail ID. Okay. What is the mail we have used? That is the gmail.com. Okay. And also you can see this whole part is a header. Here it will show that when I have sent that and what is the time. Okay. And also information I didn't typed much, simply I have given the sir please find a attachment, and here also you can provide your information, that is regards with respect to normally official messages with respect to regards only we'll put what all the information regarding myself. Okay. And you can attach any type of data here. Attachments we can provide here, that is attachment area. That can be PDF, that can be PPTs, that can be Word document, that can be images, that can be video or audio signals, or all those things you can transmit here. Okay, that is related to that you can attach here. Okay, if attachments are provided, that information will be given here. Okay, attachment with attachment informations are provided here. Okay, this is your mail data transmission draft with respect to any one message I am telling you. Okay, and normally if you are if I am telling you with respect to inbox, related to this, if I am showing you, this is a bulk message. Okay, this is related to calling for papers with respect to any of the journals they will be sending. They will be having many different mail IDs with respect to that. Simply they will be sending the information. See, you can see here more number of more amount of information you can see from whom we have got info agersa.com, and to whom we have to reply, that also they will provide, and to my mail ID they have sent, date is this, and subject is with respect to what type of conference they are asking, that is mailed by amazonsearch.com and signed by amazonsearch.com. This is the actually this he is this mail IDs will come now. These are the intermediate mailers. Okay, they will get the official mail IDs and they will transmit through this for other persons. Okay, he is the EJESR is the actual person who want to transmit this information to all the officials, but he don't have all the officials mail IDs, then they will get the intermediate persons, that is amazonsearch.com. He is the intermediate person who can transmit the data. How much amount of security they have provided? A standard encryption, that is TLS method of encryption we have seen till now. In module 1 we have understood related to transport layer security. That amount of security they have provided. If you want to know about that, you can see here. See, mail encryption is transient, and S, as we are discussing now, S secured multi-purpose. This one second. Where is the PPT? Multi-purpose internet mail transport mail extensions. That one where I have kept. Yeah, multi-purpose internet mail extension is used to support enhanced encryption in transit and automatically encrypts your outgoing mail if it can be. Whatever the outgoing mails are there, that also can be encrypted. Okay, and important, these steps only work with if you have SMIME standard, sorry, enabled with your account. You have to enable all those things with respect to your account. Okay, and check if a message you are sending is encrypted. How to check that the whatever the message we have sent is encrypted or not? Start composing a message, add recipient to field. To the right of your recipients, you will see the lock icon that shows the level of encryption that is supported by your message recipients. If there are multiple users with various encryption levels, the icon will show the lowest encryption status. Okay, and to change your SMIME setting or learn more related the recipient level, click the lock no view, click on the view details. We can check one with respect to that. I think simply composing, we can send it to myself. Anywhere lock item is given. Can anyone see? We'll see with respect to that if any lock item is. Here. Turn confidential mode on or off. This will provide the message protection. 1 second, I'll see. Anything? No, I'm not getting that information. I think you people also try with respect to your mail ID. In the mail ID, they are telling that near to the recipient transmitter, you will be having the lock symbol. That symbol I'm not getting. Okay. To the right of your recipients, you will see the lock icon to show the level of encryption. So 1 sec. Okay, one more we can see here. No replay option 1. Yeah, everything is TLS 1 only. Yeah, all are business one also they have provided with the TLS only. If any other we have, we can see. Yeah, all are TLS. Everyone can see, no? You can verify with respect to your mail IDs also what all things are going on, what all the information they will provide with respect to all these things. Okay, and also we can see how much amount of storage we have, all those things we can see here, and privacy provided, program policies and terms and conditions we can see, and privacy and account activities details and all we can see. If we are going for privacy, privacy suggestion. Yeah, all these things are your privacy settings. Whatever you want, you can add it, which will provide you more protection related to whatever the data we are sending through your mail ID. Okay, all information is provided in your mails only whenever we are going with respect to mail ID transmission. Some other we have multi-purpose internet mail extensions. In that, how it will be providing the security, what all the information we can transmit, all those things we can see here. That is an extension to the RFC 5322 framework that is intended to address some of the problems and limitations of the use of simple mail transfer protocol, that is SMTP, is intended to resolve these problems in a manner that is compatible with RFC 5322 framework that is intended to address some of the problems and limitations of the use of simple mail transfer protocol. The SMTP is the simple mail transfer protocol where we were having some of the problems related to transmission address representation that we can overcome by using the MIME, that is multi purpose internet mail extensions. Okay, and in this is intended to resolve these problems in a manner that is compatible with the existing RFC 5322 implementation. Is this by using RFC 5322 implementation, we can easily implement using a multi-purpose internet mail extension. The simplification is provided in RFCs 2045 through 2049. See here MIME specifications include the following elements, that is transfer encodings are defined that enable the conversions of any content format into a form that is protected from alteration by the mail system. See, whatever the transfer encodings are defined that enables the conversion of any content format into a format. See, uh, whatever the data we are writing or whatever the information we are putting into the mail to transfer, the format it should be converted or altered, which can be supported by the mail system. Whatever mail system we are using with respect to that, it should be supporting, then only we can include it and then transmit it. Okay, a number of content formats are defined, thus standardizing representation that support multimedia electronic mail. If you are going for multimedia electronic mail, you will be using images or you will be transmitting the images, means it should have some specified standard formats, means .jpeg or MPGA. Oh, yeah, MPGA, or what type of image representations we have. Those type of images has to be having the standard format of multimedia we can transmit. If you are going for audio transmission, MP3 method we can use. If you are going for video, MP4 or 3GP, these are the standard formats of your video and audio. Text you can go with the excel, doc and doc ppt, all ppt. These are the extensions with respect to standard data transmission formats if we are going for multimedia electronic mails. That's why the formats will be defined. If you are not representing the data in those formats, then you can't transmit through that multimedia electronic mails. Okay, that is five new message header fields are defined, which may be included in an RFC 5322 header. These fields are provide information about the body of the message. Okay, you will be having the 5 fields related to uh, 5322 header that we have seen here, transmitting receiver address, sender address, and then what is the subject, what is the time, and what type of encryption we have used. All those things are the 5 header information, header message we are including in this RFC 5322 format. Okay, and here you can see the 5 header fields defined in MIME, that is MIME version must have the parameter value 1. This field indicates that the message conforms to RFCs 2045 and 2046, whatever the version we are using, mail version we are using, that is the MIME version, which confirms that we are using the field of RFC 2045 and 2046. Content type, describes the data contained in the body with sufficient detail that the receiving user agent can pick an appropriate agent or mechanism to represent the data to the user to or otherwise deal with the data in the appropriate manner. See, content type, whatever the subject we will write. Subject in the mail ID will be representing na, what subject it is. If I have shown you an example na, whatever I have sent to Rajendra sir, that is ARM lab manual. Okay, I have sent the ARM lab manual. If you are writing it properly, if you are representing that subject properly, then the receiver will be knowing what type of data they have sent. Is it important or not? That's why content type we are sending. Content transfer encoding, that indicates the type of transformation that has been used to represent the body of the message in a way that is acceptable for the mail transport. Whenever the receiver is acceptable with respect to the format of the message what we have used for the transformation of information, or whatever the type of message we have represented in the body. Okay, that is with respect to content transfer encoding. Content ID used to identify MIME entity uniquely in the multiple contexts. You can represent with respect to MIME entities uh, uniquely in the multiple context. Whatever the context we are representing, we are adding, that is what are the type of data we are writing, what are the type of documents we are adding, that will become content ID. Content description, a text description of subject with the body. This is useful when the object is not readable. See, content text description of the object with the body. This will be useful whenever the body of the message is not readable. All the different type of messages we can transmit, what all the different type of information we have, what all the formats we are using, all those things we can see here. See, for the text, plain text or enriched text, two type of text we can send. Plain text is unformatted text, may be ASCII or ISO 8859 format. Normal data we are writing, no, that is with respect to ASCII or ISO 8859. Provides the greater format flexibility if we are going for enriched. Whatever the different type of formats we can include in this type of enriched data transmission. Okay, if you are going for multi-part, that is mixed, parallel, alternative and digest formats. If you are going for mixed, a different parts are independent but are to be transferred together. They should be represented to receive in order that they appear in the mail message. See, mixed one means you will be writing the message also, you will be including the image also, you will be including other videos also, data documents also, that is PDF or Word document. If that type of information we are transmitting, then it is in the format of mixed. If you are going for parallel, differs from mixed only in that no order is defined for the delivering the part to the receiver. If you are going for parallel, it is a little different with respect to mixed, because in mixed, whatever the message we are transferring, it doesn't have any order to represent. Means first text has to be delivered, first image has to be, no. In that way, compared to parallel, mixed is different. In parallelly you will be having the order that text message has to be delivered first, image has to be delivered later, after that video has to be delivered. In that way, the order will be represented for your parallel transmission. Alternative is the different parts are alternative versions of the same information. They are ordered in increasing faithfulness to the original and the recipient's mail system should display the best version to the user. Means alternate, whenever you are writing the information or whenever you are transmitting information, the version of the data which we are transmitting, it will show that. See, if I have the Word document representation with respect to 2017 or 19 format, the receiver may not have. For that reason, you need to change the version which can be acceptable from the receiver also. I am telling with respect to Word document. It will be with respect to the data which we are writing or we are representing in the format while writing the information, while writing the message. That will become a alternative representation. Means the best version which can be received by the receiver through the mail. Digest is similar to mixed but default type subtype of each part is message. Okay, whatever the subtype or digest default type is there, everything is in the format of. Next we have RFC822 and partial external body. That will be a message. If you have 822, the body is itself an encapsulated message that conforms to RFC82. That is whatever the body we are transmitting, that will become your RFC822 format of message. And partial used to allow fragmentation of large mail item in a way that the transparent to the recipient. Means whatever the mail, if I am writing the longest mail, then it will be divided into the parts, first paragraph, second paragraph. In that way you can divide it, and at the receiver end you can receive it properly, and you can read the main contents first, after that in detail one if you want it. In that way, if you are transmitting, that is a partial. And external body contains the pointer to the object that exists elsewhere. Whatever the pointers, external body means if you are adding the links you can provide website links or any other links. If you are providing the links, then that will be taken as a external body. Means you don't have data inside the mail ID, but you have the link towards the other this websites or that. That's why that links are called as pointers. Okay. Then image format is JPEG and GIF. JPEG is the image in the JPEG format or JFIF encoding format, or else GIF, the message in the GIF format. And video is MPEG, that is MPEG format. In the format of MPEG only you can transmit. Audio, it is a basic single channel 8-bit ISDN MULAW encoding, at a simple rate of 8 kilohertz. That is an audio which can be transmitted through the mails. Application is PostScript, Adobe PostScript formats can be transmitted. Octet stream, that is general binary data consisting of 8-bit data bytes, 8-bit bytes. That is the format with respect to all the types, that is text type, multi-part type, message, image, audio, video, and application formats. Okay, these are the description related to all the type of formats and all the type of information.